Hey, we're back and we have another online game tonight. It is their turn first, so I have to wait to get into the game until they have played it, and now it is mine. That went fairly quickly. They got an explorer. And what do we have here? We have... oh, nothing for trade, so I think I might get the blob fighter and see if I can afford whatever comes up next. Trade bot is not bad. And I think I will take the Corvette for the draw. Not sure about that one, but we'll see. And of course do the 1 damage, end the turn, and see what turn 2 brings us. And here we go. They have lots of trades, so they got a ram and an explorer. So much excitement so far. And what do we have here for me? We have lots of expensive stuff once again. Oh, what all have they picked up? They have 2 explorers and a ram. And meanwhile, I have a trade bot, a Corvette, and a blob fighter. Which, I don't know. Maybe some yellow and just hope that I can pick up whatever comes next, or that it's too expensive for them. Not particularly liking what's showing up. I guess I will pick an explorer too. It's a slow start to this game, but we will see who gets off to the 6 first, and I am guessing that it's going to be them. They have just a little bit more explorers. I'm hoping my trade bot will help me catch up here, but we shall see. And they played their ram, and they were able to pick up the battle cruiser this turn. That is a little disappointing to me, but whatever. Let's see. I'm going to want the Federation shuttle, most likely. Still not a lot of trade in this game, so that's probably the way to go. I don't know what's going to follow it, but if I'm going to have options, I'm going to scrap a Viper, even though generally I'd probably rather go for scouts. But hey, it's what's in my hand, so... and that's disappointing because they're probably going to get to that first too as well. I forgot the trade from my trade bots, so I probably could have scrapped a scout after all. That's a disappointing error that was just made from stupidity. And I don't have any combat, even though I want to do some damage here. I cannot, so that's my turn. Well, my next turn I will get a little bit of combat, but that's about it. I'm going to get 2, 3, 4, 5 purchasing power, and we'll see where that goes. It could go to the battle mech, but I have a feeling that they're going to take that from me. 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh no, they went for something even better. That's not great. Oh, I will play all of these, and I can at least afford a card that isn't horrible. I will take the battle mech. Would not mind some scrap in this game right now, in addition to what little I already have. So at least I'll get to do a little bit of extra damage this turn, but who knows what I will get otherwise. I'm going to need to remember to play those yellows first in order to get my draw card before I've used up everything. And here we go. Play both of... oh, I should have probably played just the 1 yellow. I was thinking that faction for that, but oh well. It doesn't matter at this point, so play all of those. 2 points. I think I still want a little more purchase power, so I will take 1 more explorer, and I will do 11 straight to their head. End my turn and see what the next one brings us. It brings us 2 scrapping opportunities, which... I do have 2 starter cards in my discard pile, so that will be nice. Unfortunately, it's also only going to bring 4 trade, which is not great. I'm almost leaning towards the stealth needle, just because there are so little options. Although I might want to take 2 explorers, I might... it still feels a little early to do nothing, but We shall see, and that's probably going to depend on what they are going. They have machine base, which is an outpost, which allows draw and scrap. I do not particularly like that. Let's see, what I'm going to do first is I'm going to use this scrapper. I'm going to use this scrapper. And then I am going to play all of these. I have enough damage to destroy that. And what do I want as far as a base goes? I'm thinking probably the junkyard. Although I have gone straight damage a little more than them, maybe I should consider something else. No, I've done pretty well with scrap, and I think it'll be nice to faction that a little bit. So I'm going to do that, and I am going to... Oh, I still have one explorer, and I have a Federation shuttle coming up. I think I'm going to go ahead and scrap this guy already. Get a little bit more into their face, as well as taking out the base. They were able to get 5, which allowed them one decent pickup, but I, on the other hand, I'm going to be looking at 7, and I love the mothership. I'm not as heavy in green as I would like to be at this point, but it is still such a nice card. A draw and a possible second draw with a faction. Yes, thank you. I will take that. Where am I at for purchasing power right now? You know, with what I've got, a decent number of draws, I think, honestly, I am probably best to get rid of this guy now and just hope that what I have so far can do a decent amount of damage in a quick amount of time before my opponent can ramp up. That's my thought. I could be wrong. Please tell me why I am in the comments below. And my opponent has a pretty decent turn there. I'm not happy with that. I have to discard 2, huh? Well, that is not particularly great for me. At least I can scrap a card in my discard pile that would have been in my hand. So it's really only a discard 1. But it's still not that great. Would have liked to have had a little more. Hopefully they are not going to have another turn that good for at least one more round. Let's take a look at what they've got, shall we? They've still got a lot of starter stuff, so I'm hoping they don't have quite the big bang turn that they just had recently. But we will see what comes up here. I hope I can get one decent turn. I've got 2 draws. I can potentially, well, I don't know what's still in my deck. No, I'm not going to get another green. So I'm not going to activate that mothership's ability and draw another card, but 2 draws is pretty decent. This is a moderately fast-paced game, for what it felt like the first couple turns anyway. It's turned around. And here we have their turn. Some purchasing. That's good for them, I suppose, but I'm hoping... Oh, I did not mean to do that. I meant to let go of that. But I do still have a scout there, so I am going to scrap the card in my discard pile. I like to get that out of the way early, even if it's not going to matter, just for habit. Draw another card. Oh, I don't have anything left in there I want to scrap, so I better be smart and do that. And then we can play all of our cards. Oh, I had a draw there too. I didn't realize that. I have 6. At this point, I think I would rather have a base with a little extra damage and protection, so I will take the Royal Redoubt, and I will also scrap this Explorer because I don't see myself doing a lot more purchasing at this point in the game. So let's call that a turn and see where the next one leaves us. And we see the machine base coming back and War World here. I'm going to discard one, but since I was going to be scrapping it anyway, not a big deal. Although, at this point after the discard, it is actually a big deal. So, what can we do here? See what comes up or just keep going? Do I want to scrap first? I think I do want to scrap first. I will scrap that scout. And then let's play some draw stuff. There's a draw there. There's a draw there. Another... Nope, that's all I have left. So let's scrap that instead. And another draw. And we will play this guy, and we will play that guy. And that is what we have here. Do we have anything that can scrap to do anything? I didn't believe so, and no, it does not look like it. And we can take out both of their outposts fairly handily. And they are left with 1 authority. I am hoping I can pull this off, but I only have 10 left myself. 2 unspent trade. Oh, do I actually want to use it? I think I might just so I can scrap that Explorer if it comes up. Not sure that's necessary, but I doubt we'll get to that point anyway. I have a feeling that either they're going to win it this turn or I'm going to win it next turn. I'm not sure how many discards I gave them. Hopefully that will come up in just a second and we will get to see what that was. I wasn't paying that close of attention to my yellows. I was more concerned about my draws. I am going to back out of the menu because this seems to have been frozen. And it looks like I lost. Let's see if we can replay the last turn at least, see what happened. Did they not get any discards from my previous? I'm a little bit confused that it seems that they didn't, but I guess that's the way it goes. And can I get to the log? I'm a little disappointed by the fact that the game plays the turn so quickly that if I try to get to the log and see what's actually going on, I've got that in front of me, that OK pop-up by the time I can actually read anything. And it was a close game. I don't feel bad about the game itself. I just feel bad about completely missing out on what goes on during the very end, which maybe if I replay it enough times I'll be able to see it. I really thought... So it took me a while to figure out what had happened. I completely forgot about the battlecruiser's scrap ability of destroy target base. I was just pondering how they managed to get enough combat damage to destroy my base and take out all my authority because I only saw the 11 combat and that just didn't add up. And things just went so quickly in that replay of the last turn that I just didn't catch it until I went and reviewed the footage and saw what happened. Of course, that means that is one of the great examples of a good call on when to use those scrap abilities and when not to. Obviously, if it's going to win you the game that turn, that's a good time to make use of them. And another reason why the battlecruiser is usually one of my favorite cards and why I wanted to go for it earlier, I do believe, but I just couldn't get there quite before my opponent did. And again, I still feel like it was a good game. I wish some of these little quirks in how this game works, especially at the end, those are really the ones that bother me. If you get disconnected at the end and it doesn't play the turn when you're ready for it, and then you try and go back and it's just the quick replay and you've got pop-ups on your screen before you know it. And I thought, I've never actually tried this, And no, you cannot do anything with any of these windows that pop up, at least not on my computer. Maybe that's a problem on my end, but all I can do is dismiss them, and they block your view of several things. I wish there was a little bit better of a slow replay option or something like that, but luckily I do have footage I can go look over and figure out what went wrong when my dumb self can't quite pick out the details. But anyway, that was my game for this week. So I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next one.